Good morning, good morning. May 15th. Got a couple people scheduled today. Got a scratch art kind of design. I think the person drew it themselves. They have a like little, I don't know, ghost kind of thing you could say. It's almost like, you know, like a dude with the sheets, you know, draped over him, kind of ghost with his legs poking out of the bottom. Super easy. Nothing crazy, a little bit of shading. Probably take 20-30 minutes to do. Line it with a tight 3. Line it with a tight 3, and if he likes how I sculpted the outline, probably use like a 5 or a 7. Give it a good thick outer outline, and then go in and do all this hash shading and whatnot with a tight 3. And then at 3, or that's at 1:30. And then at 3, I have a young man getting a Roman numeral date with boxing gloves hanging off the edge. Not sure how big he wants it. Probably going to use a 5, maybe a 7 liner. And then he wants a little bit of shading in the boxing gloves. Nothing too crazy, just black and gray, but just a little bit. Other than that, I'm just going to be drawing my designs for the rest of the week. I got my 12 o'clock pretty much drawn up. I just have to figure out what time he wants on the clock. I got to get my 4 o'clock drawn up, or my 3 o'clock drawn up, which I'm halfway done with. All it is just floral design, probably. And then, like I said, you know, in the videos yesterday, I'm doing trade for watches, so I got that gentleman coming in at 6, but I'll try to get him to come in sooner if I can. And he just wants like 5 or 6, like $120 tattoos. Those won't take too long to draw. And then I just got to draw up my Friday at 3 appointment design, which is a Medusa. So that one's going to take some time to get drawn. Oh, as soon as I'm at the shop, I'll probably start working on that to get that taken care of, because that one's definitely going to take some time to do. Maybe do like a little mock-up. Man, I don't know about a mock-up, but like, the girl chose my art style, so I'm gonna, you know, kind of obviously do my own thing with it, and then send her a picture of it just to make sure she likes it, and then go from there on that. But that's definitely the biggest, most detailed, important piece of this week, so I got to make sure that that gets done, because I won't have time to work on it tomorrow. And then if I have to, I'll work on it Friday morning, but I'm hoping I can get it done tonight, just because I have that 3 o'clock, which that tattoo is going to take me like 20 minutes tops to do, if that. And then I have nothing else the rest of the day, so I'll be hammering on that. And I don't know if I'll necessarily take a walk in after that, just because I do want to make sure that that's taken care of. But we'll see. You know, it's a young lady getting a Medusa, and I'm just one of those people that when it comes to designing, let's call it snakes and dragons, I don't like putting a whole lot of scales into snakes and dragons when it comes to designing for women, because you obviously want to try to make the design as feminine as possible. And I think, you know, obviously I'll give her whatever she wants, but I personally think when you throw in, you know, hundreds of scales, you know, that's a lot of black work that needs to be done. And the darker it is, the more Like, it just, to me personally, I think it loses that, what would be the word, like femininity, is that a word? It's not as feminine when there's a lot of black to me. Or just make the scales bigger and go from there. But I think just having, you know, less is more when it comes to women. But we'll see. I'll get, you know, the snakes done. I'll get the, you know, Medusa done. I'll get everything done and throw in the little bit of scales that I want to do and see what she says. And if she likes it, she likes it. If she wants to do more scales, then I will absolutely do more scales. It's going to be a few session piece anyway. Just because she wants it as like a half sleeve, and she wants like a couple of the snakes to kind of like run up her shoulder in her trap. She initially wanted like the one or two snakes like running up the side of her neck, and it's just all like, you can't have like her face down here and then have all these snakes, you know, as Medusa's normal hair, and then have like these two snakes that are just like twice the size or twice the length as the rest of the snakes. Like, it just wouldn't make sense. But that's going to be my day. These two smaller tattoos, and then just drawing the rest of my stuff. I got a couple small designs that I have to schedule for Saturday, and then Saturday I'm leaving early. It's Saturday is my last date. We could call it maybe a date night with my wife, because I'm doing another bodybuilding show. So Saturday's 12 weeks out, so I'm going to take my wife to breakfast, and then I'm going to leave early and take her to a nice dinner, and then take her to the movies, and, you know, have the nice dinner, have some snacks, and then the next 12 weeks after that, flip that switch that I can fucking flip and be strict diet and go to that bodybuilding show and look better than I did at my last one, and fucking hopefully throw a knockout blow to whoever shows up to that show. You know, my coach gave me a pretty good compliment the other day when I worked out with him on Monday, and he told me that my discipline was next to none when it's come to anybody that he's ever coached or met. So, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I've been a little loose here and there with my diet since my last show. This Saturday will be 2 weeks since I competed, so, you know, I chose to be a little human, you know, have some snacks, go out to, you know, went and got some food a few times. But I mean, that's part of it, man. You know, there's so many fucking people that break and can't handle fucking dieting, and it's just like, no, you gotta find that balance, you gotta find that medium, you gotta find, you know, people think you got to be on this super strict fucking diet, and it's just like, yeah, you kind of do close to the show. But I mean, in all fairness, if you have a strict diet and you go out to dinner one fucking time, or you have a fucking donut, or you have a cookie, like, if that breaks you and that makes it to where you're not going to do a show, then you weren't ready to do the show in the first place. Because one little hiccup, unless it's like, you know, a month out from the show, one little hiccup leading up, or even just dieting, it's not going to do anything. You're going to gain like a pound of water, if even that, pound or two of water. But it's just water weight. But anyway, me just ranting. Back to work. So yeah, 2 small tattoos, drawing, and then that's that. But like I always said, you know, if you're in the Carson, Tahoe, Reno area, check us out at Distincting Tattoo, Carson City. Phone number 775-883-6878. If you like any t-shirts that we have, or like any hats that we have, just let us know and we'll get them to you. other than that, hope you have a good day. See you next time. Bye.